Whoa, what's up, man? It's your boy Mixtape. You are now tuned with another episode of All About the Streets. And today's topic is Race War in America Part 2. And you heard me, I made a video, Race War in America Part 1. And if you haven't checked that out, I want you to pause this video. You heard me, go check that shit out so you get catch up on what I'm about to say. Because, Part 1, I laid down the foundations. Now, Part 2, bitch, I'm about to go in. You heard me? I don't give a fuck what nobody say. A lot of people commented bullshit on my last video. But I don't even give a fuck. If you want to comment some hateful shit, bitches, do it. I ain't gonna delete it. You heard me? You want your 5 seconds of fame or whatever in my comments, bitch, I'll give it to you. I don't give a fuck. But I'm about to get up in this bitch, you heard me? And boom, to start it off, man, this race war shit, man, this shit is so heavily constructed, dog. If you don't know that shit, motherfucker, you just stupid. Just how you stupid if you don't know that we actually in a race war. And I'm gonna give you the details. I'm gonna give you the 411. Here we go, bitch. Look, the motherfuckers who constructing this race war shit, you heard me? They the Jewish Zionists. I'm not talking about motherfucking Jewish people who go to church and shit and their holidays. I'm talking about the motherfucking billionaires, the motherfucking 3%, motherfucker, 3%, Jewish Zionists who actually running everything in this fucking country. I ain't even gonna say the world because the motherfuckers trying to take over the world. But they run everything in America, bitch. You hear me? From food, TV, radio, man, TV. Oh, they don't fucking matter. They on everything, son. They on YouTube, bitch. You hear me? If I talk too much about it, they might cut my channel. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna still talk about it. Make a new channel. You hear me? So fuck. But them motherfuckers, they the ones who constructing this race war shit, you hear me? White man ain't running the world, man. It's the Jewish, you hear me? Jewish Zionists. And yeah, they skin color white, but you hear me? They ain't the, quote unquote white man, everyday white man running shit. Like that nigga ain't running shit. The only thing this nigga running is the other races, you hear me? They got power, the Jewish gave them power over regular races, like the other races, like, Africans, Americans, Indians and Latinos and all the fucking races that's coming into America, you hear me? So, they gave the power, the Zionists gave the power to the white man to run that shit. Keep us at bay, you hear me? So we fighting amongst each other and shit, all that stupid ass fighting. While them motherfuckers at the top, they just chilling, you hear me? Kicking back, laughing at our dumbasses. That's why I say we in a race war, but it's not because we chose to be, it's because they made us, you hear me? That's why I ain't no racist, you hear me? I keep it real, you hear me? If I got a racist joke, you hear me? It ain't gonna stop me from saying it. I'm gonna say my racist joke, but at the end of the day, I ain't racist, but like this shit, man, racist, this shit so this race war shit is everywhere. I mean, like I'm gonna start off with the stereotypes, you heard me? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm an NBA fan, you heard me? I don't know about you, but I'm an NBA fan, and like I'm watching over this, like the Clippers versus the Portland Trailblazers their first playoffs game, and like it came to a scene where Chris Paul was standing next to Damian Lillard, and I swear to God, like half this nigga body just like turned into a fucking like this nigga started getting big ass bones about that big on his body, just all over him. He's standing next to Chris Paul, and the camera went on him for like 5 seconds, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is that? I'm watching the game and shit, and like, dog, I swear to God, son, Damian Lillard, that nigga ain't no human being. You heard me? That nigga's a reptilian. And if you don't believe in that shit, I ain't gonna argue with you. But them bitches out there, and they actually, the reptilian things, they actually, controlling a lot of shit that's going on in this world. But like, that's something I had noticed. Like Damian Lillard, like nigga had them big ass bones just popped up on him, like he was like transformed into a reptilian, son, right next to Chris Paul. And I wish I had recorded that shit. If I would have recorded that shit, son, I would have put it on this YouTube. But somebody recorded this bitch. Somebody recorded that basketball game. All you gotta do is go back and look. And I think it's somewhere in like either the second or the third quarter where they showed that little clip. It's like a full second little clip, like he's standing next to Chris Paul and shit just start popping up all on his body, son. And they hurry up and move the camera like a nigga wasn't gonna see the shit. But you heard me? If I had got that bit video recorded, you heard me? Just know I would have posted that shit. But I know somebody out there recorded that shit. That's why I'm saying this. You hear me? I mean, I won't see that shit again, dog, because that shit real. Because like the reptilian shit, this actually has a lot to do with what I'm talking about. But even though I'm still, with this race war shit, let's get back to it. Like I said, like the stereotypes. Like I'm watching the NBA and shit. Boom. So I saw that shit with Damian Lillard. I'm like, damn, that nigga Damian Lillard is a fucking lizard. He's a reptilian. Fuck what you gonna do. You hear me? If you don't believe me, bitch, go watch that fucking game. Go watch it. You hear me? Find out how to watch it, son. You go see that shit. You hear me? Telling you, man. I ain't fucking lying, dog. But like I said, dude, this race shit, dog. Like, and the reason why they got this race war shit going, really, they started out like stereotypes and like, boom, like I'm watching the game. You heard me? The NBA game. Boom. They showed like the Chris Paul, the State Farm commercial with Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan, Kevin Love, and Damian Lillard and shit with Kevin Garnett. They got their little family setting in that bit, and like that bitch so motherfucking racist, dog. Like in this thing, how the fuck you mean to tell me the most biggest intimidating fucking NBA player, y'all gonna put this man in the motherfucking dress? You mean to tell me this nigga wear a dress, the most intimidating motherfucker I ever seen in basketball? Y'all gonna put this man in a dress, dog? And you heard me, this nigga burning fucking turkeys and shit, got a white man running in the house anytime he want. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? This dumbass commercial. And then, I'm watching the highlights. You hear me? I missed on NBA channel, I went to go see the highlights, and they forced you to watch them poo ass commercials. And they got Chris Paul, this nigga on the fucking boat. He scrubbing his boat. And on the side of the boat, this bitch say SS Banana. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm the only nigga who knows this fucking racist shit. This shit racist stereotype. This shit made me sick to my stomach. This nigga scrubbing the SS Banana boat. You hear me? Like, they just making jokes of that. And then they got Damian Lillard, this fucking reptilian ass nigga. They got this little nigga. He a baby. And this nigga rapping. He in the fucking took the nunu out of his mouth and start rapping. I'm like, what the fuck? Look at this stereotype ass shit, man. They got this. What they want our kids, children, black kids, to see this. So like they don't want to be no doctor. They don't want to be no lawyer or nothing. Nah, they want motherfucking children to be rappers. And motherfucker, I'm a rapper, bitch. I'm a struggle rapper, bitch. I just be rapping, dropping bars. You hear me? I don't get paid for my raps, but I rap. You hear me? And I bought into that stereotype shit, you hear me? They sold me the dream for $5, you hear me? And I bought that shit. I fucked up, you hear me? And you hear me, like, and that's why, the reason why I'm bringing this shit up, because, stereotypes, that shit plays into this motherfucking race war shit. And I'm like, man, and the NBA commercial, dog, son, that shit just pissed me off every time I watch it. And also something else in the commercial, nigga, Kevin, whatever this fucking nigga name, Kevin Garnett, this nigga, he done put a hole in the side of the banana boat. And like, he's just looking like a fucking old crackhead slave uncle. Oh, I'm sorry, white man. The white man like, oh, Kevin, you put a hole in the banana boat. I'm like, man, this racist ass shit, man. That shit just pissed me off, son. Too many people selling out, dog. This fuck ass race, man. I'm telling you, this fucking race war shit real, son. I'm telling you, dog, I'm fucking tired of it. This shit so real. It's only real because it's, we allowed it to be. We bought into this shit. They gave the white people some power. Now they think they better than everybody else. And you hear me? Black people we ain't got no power. You hear me? Like, that's why black people really warring against each other. You hear me? Race war shit, dog. This shit's stupid, dog. Like I said, though, son, the people controlling me, you hear me? They the Jewish Zionists, dog. And they got their fingers wrapped around everything, son. You can't take a shit without motherfucker hollering something, dog. I'm telling you, man. This race shit, this is insane. And the main reason why this racism shit got started, the race war got started is because stereotypes, dog. And like I said, man, it got way more to it. Like the reptilian shit, I ain't really want to get too deep into it, but just know that they played the ultimate part in this shit. It's like reptilians, you hear me? Then they got the Jewish Zionists, white man, then everything else, go follow through. But man, they the ones who started this shit, son. And I mean, like with Donald Trump, man. Donald Trump, he done set the shit off. You hear me? Donald Trump running for president and shit, and like, It's all good. He's saying some shit I don't like. He's saying some shit I like, but I ain't even gonna get too deep in on the shit that I like because the topic of my shit is race war in America, and like Donald Trump, this dumbass nigga, he fueling the race war shit just by talking all that bullshit. You hear me? Now he got supporters, from like motherfuckers like it's like the 1960s and 50s and shit all over again, son. Because hyped up all these white people head and shit. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck we gonna stop them from coming in our country. We're gonna check, man, all that shit, son. Man, nigga Donald Trump, he don't really, spark this shit up again, dog. Like these white people popping out the woodwork, son. I'm gonna give you with the racism shit, dog. And like I said, man, that shit ain't really necessary. We supposed to love one another, but we ain't even got real love no more. We love material shit. But Donald Trump, man, look, I'm gonna give you an example of how Donald Trump should have influenced a lot of people. You heard me? Like I said, you heard me. My last video, I'm from Louisiana. You heard me, bitch. I ain't racist, bitch. I'm from Louisiana. We see that shit every day. And like, I went to the gas station. You heard me? Like about 2 weeks ago, me and my dunnies, you heard me? We went to the gas station. You heard me? And boom, I'm standing in line, and this white man came up from behind me. You hear me? Look like an old dirty ass redneck. Like this fucking stereotypical redneck. You hear me? This nigga got a Paul Bunyan plaid shirt on and shit. This nigga got the fucked up rotten ass chewing tobacco teeth and shit, gums and mouth and shit. Like this nigga just look bad, bald head, old dumb looking ass white man. And you hear me? I done popped the fucking X pill. You heard me? Bitch, I was in my zone. I was just about to go to the studio. We were coming, get some fucking cigars, go smoke some weed, just drop some bars. So I'm on like I said, I'm on the pill and shit. I'm on that fucking X pill and shit. And like, boom, the white man came up from behind me. So I'm feel like talking and shit before my jaws get locked up. I'm like, man, I said, hey man, who you voting for? He was like, I don't know. He like nigga looked at me kind of funny. He like, I don't know. I don't really know yet. And then I said, man, I'm voting for Donald Trump. And he said, oh yeah. And the nigga paused and he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah. And that nigga said, I'm voting for him too. I'm like, yeah, dog. Donald Trump speaking that real shit. I'm tired of these fucking illegal immigrants coming in here stealing our jobs. I'm tired of these motherfucking Arabs blowing shit up. I'm tired of these fucking black people complaining. I told the white man all that. He said, yeah, I'm with that. Yeah. And like, so we talking about the shit, and then like cashier, she like, oh no, you got to get out my store with that. She a black woman and shit. She like, boy, you got to get out my store with that. You vote for Donald Trump. And then, me and the white man, we run there about 2-3 minutes. Then the nigga done caught on. He like, oh shit, this nigga playing with me. And I'm like, all right, dude, I'm gonna catch you later. Boom, boom. We dapped it off. I rolled out, but I'm like I said, man, they got a lot of Donald Trump supporters where I'm at. You heard me? Donald Trump, he one of the main reasons why I'm even talking about this shit, because he done sparked up this race war shit. You hear me? Because he got motherfuckers, like I said, coming out the woodworks. They supporting him. I ain't got a problem with them supporting him. But I just got a problem with how like they treating everybody else like they punching on black people at the rallies. Man, it ain't gotta be like that, son. We're not supposed to be, like I said, they want us to war with each other so they can, dominate the fucking planet. You hear me? You don't want to believe that. You hear me? I can't make it. All I can say is, you hear me? Do your research and you go find out. And like I said, I was watching the NBA and I saw that shit with Damian Lillard, and that was my first time actually catching like a reptilian, I guess, live on camera. You hear me? So I just had to say that. But like, man, this race war shit, man, is real, but it's only real because the motherfuckers made it real. But you ain't gotta buy into that shit. You ain't gotta play along with it, man. All I'm saying is keep your friends close, keep your pistol closer, man. And we just gotta learn how to love one another. And man, that's the only way we could beat this shit, dog. It's your boy Mixtape, man. You just watched another episode of All About the Streets. Fuck with me, you hear me?